Fire in the hole, let's cook some ribs. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on for you today is I've got 2 slabs of baby back ribs that I've removed the membrane from the bone side of the ribs. And what I'm going to do is get them in this plastic bag because we're going to marinate these puppies. So we got to get them in a plastic bag like that. Got one of these 2-gallon plastic bags. Best thing's going. Get the ribs in there. I cut them in half to make them easier to get in the bag to marinate. It's no big deal. We're going to hang these in the pit barrel anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I got them in my bag. Let me get this out of the way. And now we got a real easy marinade that we're going to put in here. And here's the first thing that's got to go in there is some crushed pineapple with 100% juice, because you want that pineapple juice to help with the marinade. So you want to get the crushed pineapple with 100% juice. I'm going to get that in there. That's a, what is that? That's a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple with the juice. Okay. Oh, and to the guy who said I should squeeze my own pineapple juice, squeeze this, okay? So okay, I got my crushed pineapple in there. Next thing we need is some Hoisin sauce. That's what this video is all about. Hoisin. We need about maybe 2 cups of Hoisin sauce. So that's you know, Hoisin is a Chinese barbecue sauce that they use on a lot of things. But we're going to marinate these in the Hoisin sauce, and we're also going to use we're going to make a mopping sauce with some Hoisin sauce as well. But we need a generous amount of Hoisin sauce in there. I'm calling it 2 cups. Okay, and then the other thing we need is some of this. Respect the rooster, Dan. This is Heaping Foods chili garlic sauce. Good stuff. It's hot stuff. You want to put about, I think we want about 4 teaspoons of that in there. Maybe more. Let's see, that's 4. That's not enough. I'm calling it, in the recipe's going to say 4, but I'm putting about half of this jar. This is an 8-ounce jar, so I'm calling it 4 ounces of Heaping Rooster chili garlic sauce. I'm going to get that all mixed up and get it all over those ribs and let that marinate overnight. And then tomorrow we'll come back and stick these in the pit barrel and cook them. So stay tuned. Those ribs have been in the Hoisin marinade all night. What we're going to do now is make a rub to, we're going to do a rub on them and then put them in the pit barrel. It's going to take about 4 to 5 hours to cook them. We've got some brown sugar, about a cup of brown sugar. To that I'm going to add about a half a cup of kosher salt. So we've got brown sugar and kosher salt. Then I've got some Chinese 5-spice powder. We need I want about a heaping tablespoon of that in there. That's some strong stuff, but you know, it's going to get lost in the mix. Yeah, that's about a heaping tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. Let's call it 2 tablespoons, or 3 teaspoons anyway. I don't know. Well, 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. Let's put a little bit more and call it 2 tablespoons because I got a lot of ribs to rub. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of 5-spice powder, and then I got some cayenne pepper, which we're going to put. I should have opened this thing up earlier and I didn't. Oh man, I apologize. I hate these things. Oh boy. Yeah, there goes the cap. Alright, I gotta open this thing. Alright, get it open. Yeah, I'm gonna say a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, because you want some little heat to that. A little bit of heat. I'm gonna just mix that up with my hand and rub that on those ribs. And that's gonna caramelize on there and make a beautiful bark on my ribs, which I didn't have on my brisket, but I'm gonna have it on my ribs. So we're gonna sprinkle that on those marinated ribs. Salt, brown sugar, cayenne pepper, and Chinese 5-spice powder. Gonna get them rubbed down. We don't have to put any binder because they're already wet from the marinade. So yeah, I'm gonna get them rubbed up, get them in the pit barrel, and that stuff is gonna glaze on there and caramelize up. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let me get them in the pit barrel. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll come back and make a mopping sauce for these. So stay tuned. The ribs have been marinated and rubbed. They're in the pit barrel. We're not using any wood for smoke today, just charcoal. And we're just gonna cook them for about an hour. Then we're gonna come back and make a mopping sauce to mop them with. And it's gonna probably take about 4 to 5 hours to cook those puppies. So stay tuned and we'll make that mopping sauce. Let's make a mopping sauce for those ribs. Let's see, we need half a cup of ketchup. This doesn't have to be heated. I'm just cooking it in a pot just to make it convenient so I can handle it with the handle. Anyway, we're going to start this out with a half a cup of ketchup. That's a half a cup of ketchup. What do you think? Then we need a 1/4 cup of seasoned rice wine vinegar. 1/4 of a cup of that. Yeah, that's a 1/4 of a cup right there. See? Okay, 1/4 of a cup of seasoned rice wine vinegar. Then of course we got to put some hoisin sauce in there, and the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. So that's 1, that's 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. What else we got? Soy sauce. Of course we need a tablespoon of soy sauce. Yeah, that's a tablespoon of soy sauce. And a tablespoon of fish sauce. Now if you're gonna buy fish sauce, this is my favorite brand, 3 Crabs. It's one of the few fish sauces that doesn't have any MSG in it. So we only need a tablespoon of fish sauce. That'll bring the funk to my my mopping sauce. But there's one more thing that's not in the recipe, but I like this stuff so much. I'm gonna put some of this chili garlic sauce. Respect the rooster, Dan. I'm gonna put about, let's see, I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of that in there. It's hot stuff, but it's really, really good. It's like, it's like sriracha with garlic and chili in it. Anyway, yeah, let me get that all mixed up. And that's my mop sauce. And what I'm gonna do now is about every hour I'll pull those ribs out of there and mop some of this on there. And that's gonna add another layer of flavor. We've already got the marinade, the rub, and now we've got a final layer of flavor with this awesome mop sauce. So yeah, every hour I'm gonna pull the ribs out and mop them with this mop sauce. So stay tuned, we'll take a look at those ribs and we'll have a taste and drink a beer. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, the Frosty Root Boy mug, star of the show. Here's today's beer from the Terrapin Brewing Company, right in Georgia, Athens, Georgia. This is Space is the Place, Beyond the Galaxy, Single Hopped India Pale Ale. Now you're talking my language, aren't you? Single Hopped India Pale Ale. Can't wait to try this one. Single hopped. Let's pour that one out. It's a beautiful pale ale, of course, just like the can says, into the Frosty Root Boy mug. It's a little too frosty today, boys, but that's okay. We'll drink it anyway. Yeah, it got quite a bit of head on it, Lassa. I know you like that. You like a lot of head. Okay, Terrapin Beyond the Galaxy Single Hopped India Pale Ale. There's only one way to find out, right, Lassa? We gotta sniff it. Ah, it smells great. Smells great. We gotta quaff the froth off it, Lassa. Look at all that froth. Plenty of froth to quaff. Let's get quaffing. Ah, excelente. Excelente from the Terrapin Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Beyond the Galaxy, IPA. Beyond the Galaxy single hop IPA. Very good beer. And my Hoisin ribs are looking outstanding. Let's get them over here. Front and center. How's that look? Like a mess of ribs right there, huh? Here's a likely candidate right there. How's that look? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, you talk about layers of flavor. You got the marinade, the rub, and the Hoisin mopping sauce. I can't wait to sink my teeth into that. Look at that bite. That's a championship bite. Oh. Oh, that cayenne pepper. And the background heat from the that garlic chili paste. Oh. The Hoisin sauce is sweet and delicious. Ah, that's a winning recipe right there. That's some sweet heat. Ah, I highly recommend this one, babies. If you're looking for a rib recipe, look no further. These are some awesome ribs right here. Sorry to talk my mouth full. Anyway, that's my video. You know what I always say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, I'm trying to think of the dude's name. The name of his channel. Well, I'm coming up with a blank now. You know, I do this every time. I have a guy in mind that I want to send you to, but when I get out here and I get a beer in my hand and I got some food in my mouth, I completely forget who I was going to send you to. There's a guy out there who's got a channel, and he says he's making a new channel. Papa C. You know who I'm talking about. Papa C Barbecue and Brews, I think is the name of his channel. That will go with that. Papa C Barbecue and Brews. Go up and check him out. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but these ribs are awesome. Anyway, that's my video, babies. Listen to that freaking dog. Shut up, dog. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's my video. These ribs are outstanding. This recipe has quite a bit of work to it, but it's well worth it. They're delicious. Anyway, babies, we'll see you next week. Bye.